I really hope this finds who it's meant to find because Spirit wants you to be a hoe this summer, okay? Like, I try to interpret this in so many other ways, and that is the end that I came to every single time. I wanted like a deep philosophical reading, and Spirit was like, cool, here we go. Okay, but they do want you to have fun. I feel like there's a lot that you've been through in the sense when it comes to like relationships. That's why it's coming forward. Like, Spirit wants you to be a hoe. And like, I don't mean that you have to go out and like sleep with a bunch of people. I always recommend, if you're a woman, like not sleeping with a man. I recommend like 4B until the day we die. But if you want to. But like it can also be like just going out and like going on a lot of like fun dates, like going to coffee or like going on a lot of different adventures. But there's something with like your sacral chakra and there's something with like your confidence, okay? And there's a lot that you've been through when it comes to relationships. There was like a painful ending, a lot of painful endings. Okay. There was a lot of painful endings that happened. I feel like you ended up in a lot of like similar relationships. Okay. And you, like, first of all, you are very intuitive. You're very sensitive. You're very in touch with your emotions. You could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay. You're just very in tune. I just heard in tune with the womb. Okay. You're just like deep in the waters of self. You're deep in the waters of self, and you also, I don't know how to say this on here. You've got like kinks. There's like some, okay. I feel like your other relationships never allowed you to feel emotionally safe enough in order to like fully be who you want to be schmexually, okay? That's what this is giving. Is there's like, okay, like your summer is giving 50 Shades of Grey, like a spiritual awakening, okay, like a Kundalini awakening, like straight from like your sacral chakra, straight out the puss, okay, straight from the puss. I'm so sorry, but that's what this is giving. Is like, so what was I even saying? Oh, your past relationships, like I feel like you weren't able to feel comfortable enough in order to fully relax enough to like open up to what you want and open up to what you need. Like you might like want to have like a whipped cream and like strawberries and like hot candle wax night, and like that's been like what you need, like what your soul is like, give me, okay? And like you've never felt safe enough to go there, okay, because of a lot of trauma. Like you've been through a lot of the same cycles, okay? Now there is some type of past situation I'm seeing here that could possibly come in this summer and reignite again. Okay. And it's like you've done a lot of healing. Like Spirit is showing me emotionally, you don't realize how far you've come because I feel like you've been a little bit afraid. There's been a lot of hermiting that you've been doing. I'm sorry, this is all over the place. I should have started at a certain point and let up, but we're bouncing. Um, like you will be this summer. I'm just okay. I'm so sorry. But there's a lot of work that you've done emotionally, like working through the reasons why you ended up in the same toxic cycle, like working through self-esteem issues, if that's what it was, like feeling that that was like all you deserved and so you would always go back to the same people. But you've done a lot of work and you don't realize that, and so you've been like hermiting and staying at home and not like going out. This could even be like in friendships too. Like you've just been like really just pulling back and staying to yourself because you feel like if you go out, you're like, if I go out the door, I'm going to end up in another toxic cycle. Like I'm going to be end up in a man's basement tied to his radiator. And like you're the one that tied yourself there and you're the one that like has the key in your pocket, like handcuffed, and you have the key. You're like, but I can't leave. You know what I mean? That's what it's giving, and you're afraid that you will end up there. And I feel like it's showing me, Spirit is showing me that basement to show me how like dark relationships truly felt to you. Okay, like they really felt dark. And so you're afraid that if you go back out, you're going to end up in the same cycle. And I feel and you're like, okay, but what about this past person coming back? Isn't that the same cycle? I don't fully know on that one yet. Okay, there is there's the possibility that that could be someone that is a cycle, but for some of you there is something that's showing someone from the past trying to come back in slowly because they know that you need to feel safe emotionally in order for this to work. Like they want to unburden you from like feeling like everything is bound to like be a toxic cycle, be a toxic thing. Okay. But then this is also, the devil came out twice in both decks, and one was in like a positive way by the surrounding cards of like 50 Shades of Grey this summer. Okay. There, you're going to have a lot. If you go out the door, if you allow people to see you in whatever way, you make a dating profile, you just go do shit, you go out, you, I don't know, leave your house. There's going to be a lot of options. The Seven of Cups came out in both decks. Okay, we have a lot of wands, a lot of wands, a lot of wands coming straight your way, baby. Okay, like straight to the bus. Okay, I'm so sorry. Is this even going to be able to go? Watch, my profile's taken down after this video. Bye. Okay, so sorry. Okay, but you're going to have a lot of suitors coming straight your way. Okay, a lot of people, again, if you allow yourself to be seen. This is not something, you're not going to have a lot of suitors if nobody knows you exist. like you're not going to have Prince Charming like right up on his steed to your front door and like have his like horse knock on your front door with its hoof. Like I feel like that's what some of you think is going to, you like, oh, by the way, I said you're very intuitive, you're very sensitive. I'm running out of time. You're very like witchcraft. I feel like you're very like you speak to your ancestors and you do ritual and you speak to the universe. And I feel like that's why you pulled back. So you could have been on a celibacy journey. Maybe that's why in the beginning I was like, I support celibacy only. Maybe you have been due to knowing like your sacredness. Maybe that also is part of why you don't want to go out, because you don't want to end up in that dark basement chained to the radiator again of your own doing, because you know that you deserve more. And I think that's like the growth that I saw, like self-love, like you know what you deserve, and so that's why you've been hermiting. But Spirit's like, you need to get outside this summer because there's some hot fucking shit that's about to go down. Okay, there's some mind-blowing O's about to be happening. Okay, there's like, it is gonna go down. And Spirit wants you to like not find one person and like hyperfixate on them all summer. Spirit wants you to play the field. And not in like a player way, but like a go on dates, date around. Do what you gotta do. Okay? Chain someone else up to your radiator. Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, I joke. May this summer not find me, catch me inside. I don't know, actually. This, but it's lesbians at my door on their steeds. And their steeds are leopards and black panthers. And they come with anointing oil and a moving truck. Okay? All right. Anyways, I love this for you. Have the best summer ever. Yeah. Bye-bye.